Hi everyone, thank you for joining our little bit of a Canva training. Now Canva has some beautiful training of their own, so I highly recommend you do that as well. There's like short, sweet videos, but I wanted to have you, look at it from a social media perspective with your business and how you can use it. So this is my portfolio. I am in no way a designer. These are the things that I've done. So I'm going to show you how I've done that. So I've got Heather with me. So Heather, how about you suggest something that you would like me to make? While you're thinking of something, I'm going to make a Facebook header. Okay, and I'm going to show you how that works. Because if you've got a Facebook group, you might want to make your own personalized header. And those have to be a specific size to work. So let me show you that. So we're just going to always start, you can see my little cursors here with create a design. And I've got all these different things that it shows me. Like there's, you can make an infographic. You can make it's ridiculous. I haven't even explored beyond the basics. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you because that's what I know. So I'm going to show the basics. So now I have a pro account, which means that Canva is not watermarked on my images. You can get the free account. You will have a small Canva in a corner, and though you don't have to pay anything. Now I use it in a large volume, so that's why I am willing to pay. Now, so look at this. We're in cover images. You could pick one of these images. Okay, let's imagine that you loved this one. Okay, you decided this is a free image. That means anybody can use it. Let's decide that you want to change the background color. So you can see this little color here. So I can click on that. I have my own brand colors set up. There are default colors that come, they're a little bit different with each image. And then I can also invent a color, okay? So let's say I want a color and I want something that's, a shade of pale purple. I could basically just hop around until I get the color I want. Oh, I like that even better. So let's go with that. Ooh, okay. Who knows, right? We picked a purple. Or we're just gonna go pick, woo, we can pick that. So now I'm gonna click on my letters. And I can change coloring of things. I can just, you can basically just play around. When you click on something, you can easily change it. Okay, so let's leave this image because I don't want to keep it. I'm just gonna back myself out of here. Okay, ooh, let's go with this one, okay? So now you can change this background, or you should be able to. See, I pulled that background off. Now let's imagine I wanted to put an Epicure image there. I can go to upload, so that's where anything that I have uploaded will be. So I can pick this Epicure image that I've uploaded. And now keep in mind, when I am using an Epicure image in any sort of public format, I need to get this approved, like really in any sort of format. So I will make these things and then I'm going to send them to Home Office for approval. So I could stretch that image if I wanted to have it as the background. So let's imagine that I'm going to do that. And now, of course, I've just put it on top of my document, right? So that doesn't make sense. So then I'm just going to hit this little position button. So when I hit position, I'm now saying, oh, put my image backwards. Okay, so let's imagine this is a, okay, maybe you want to have this as an image for your good Thai cooking class. So I'm just going to click on this box. Let's say I don't like this script. I'm going to pop up to my scripts. I can look at scripts for days, okay? And then you can easily look, okay, quick click on it. Do I like it? Not so much if I like it. Okay, so now I'm going to click on that one. Okay, right, so that's how easy it is to change things. Now, let's imagine that this box isn't quite over to the edge yet, or maybe it is, I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, so I want this to be a different color because maybe I want it to be my Epicure purple, or maybe I want it to be a color that's in the background of the image, right? So I can pick a green or a pink or, you know, that orange, right? Just play around. Now I'm just going to check in and see if Heather has any questions. How does that feel, Heather? Does that feel super easy to do something like that? Now I'll also show you, you can go and take their photos, right? So let's say you don't want to have to go get Epicure's permission, right? So I'm going to pull that photo off of there. I can go and just type in food. Now I've done that before, you can see that. Now I might see different photos than you, and I could say, you know what, I want to have this. I'm just going to pick that. Now, I want to show you something. There's a couple different ways to do this. Yeah, well, this one I'm going to have to stretch because it's not big enough. So let's imagine I stretch this, and it's just going to be a little thin banner, right? This is maybe not what I want to actually have. I'm going to send that photo to the back. Ooh, that's actually not bad. That one comes back over top, right? You can mix it up. I can just decide that I want this one instead. I can drag it in. So now let me show you a different image. Okay, so let's get out of here. Let's make something new. Okay, so let's do an animation. Okay. Oh, actually, let's imagine you just did a great recipe, and we're not actually gonna do, well, the two kind of animation. Let's do a basic design. Now, most things you can do what's called a Facebook post, and that's a little bit of a different shape than an Instagram post. If you want your post to be square, simply pick Instagram post. It doesn't mean it's going to go on Instagram. It just means it's basically going to be the standard size of Instagram. Okay, so that's what that's telling us here. Now let's imagine that you want to have like one of those beautiful circles with an image that's only inside the circle. Okay, so that, if we wanted to do something like that, that would be considered a graphic, and that would be considered a frame. Okay, you see what I'm looking down here for frames? Now there's lots of them. I'm just going to pick this one. So I'm going to drag that frame into my screen like that, and you can see as I drag this around, when I get the little lines, okay, that says I'm centered. I'm centered left to right, and then I can keep going down. Now I'm perfectly centered. That's how easy it is to center myself in Canva. Okay, now let's imagine that I wanted a photo in the background. So I could decide that I want this photo. If I just drag it and drag it on top, look what it does, right? OMG, how easy is that? Okay, so now let's imagine we're gonna do it with one of my own photos. So you've made a delicious dinner and you want to put something up, because of course the beauty of it being your own food is that you don't need permission from Epicure. So let's say I'm going to put this smoothie bowl. Now look what happened. I clicked it and it jumped in. It didn't go inside my little shape, right? So you can click it and it's going to jump in, but if you drag it and drop it, it's going to go inside your shape. Now I'm not sure that I want it to be that brown, like that gray. I can just drag this. So watch what happens. Whoopsie, that's not the one I want to drag. Anyway, there's a way to get this one inside. Is that the one? Yeah, okay, so now I'm just dragging the image inside so that maybe I just want to have my purple showing. I don't want the bowl showing. Right? Like, it is so easy. And let's say that I want to put in some text. I'm just going to click the text button. Now, I don't know if having brand styling is only part of a pro account, but I have set up brand styling. So the most common styles that I'm going to use for my brand are already listed here. So I'm going to just type, this is going to pop right into the middle every time, and I can just type smoothie bowl. Now, I want to make sure this is centered again, and I don't actually want it centered top to bottom. I want it centered side to side, though. So I'm going to go back and forth till I find those little lines. Where are those? Over a little bit more. Where is it? Where is it? Let me take that off of it. So if I just go, there we go. Now I got my lines. Okay, so maybe I'm going to just put this here. right? That's not terribly exciting, and though it's a good start, but I can actually just like put it here, and I could put it in white, let's say. Whoopsie. Come on. I'm gonna highlight the whole thing. I can do that. I can make this bigger. Like, it really is just a matter of playing, and of course try not to play too much. Maybe that's not the best font. I could easily change it up, but I just want to show you how something so incredibly basic can be turned into a video or a GIF. You can make your own GIFs if you want to. Okay, so imagine how fun a cute little Epicure, a cute little GIF like this could be as a comment. Okay, so I'm going to hit the download now. Now, see, I hit download here, and then I have options. So I can download it as a high quality image, but I can download it as an animation or a GIF. Now that's something that I can do with my Pro account, but you can just download it as a video. So let's see if I just download as a video. Not sure what it's going to look like as a video. Let's find out. We'll look at that in a minute. Now with a Pro account, if you're doing a lot of stuff on social with a Pro account, I could download as an animation. So it's going to make itself an animation. Let's decide I want a rise animation. So see how that little animated? So as it goes through people's Facebook, it would move like that. Now the benefit of a moving image is A, it catches attention, and B, you can see views, right? So if you've got your little recipe, you can make it into an animation like this. I'm going to show you one that I've started, and you can see how many people have viewed your image, right? So that's sort of fun. Now, if you have a couple of different components, let me go to one that I made. I was just starting on one for a recipe. You know, and my rule of thumb, if it's going to take me, so I just made like 2 things in a couple of minutes. If it's going to take me more than 10 or 15 minutes, it's going to be really impact worthy, right? Like, so for example, these host ones. I had a host postcard from years ago in this general sort of style. So I just went online with these, sorry, not this style, with these words. I just went online and found in here, see in templates, look on the left-hand side, I just found a template that I sort of liked the look of. And then I put the different information in the circles. Like I just picked, you could just pick like say Aspen, Colorado. Watch what happens now. I'm going to click the template, watch my screen. It has taken my information and turned it into a different look based on that template. I didn't have to do nothing. Okay, how easy was that? Now I could choose to adjust this if I, you know, to my own style if desired, right? But that is how easy you could pick something and change the look. And of course, what I did with this one, I think Pro is like a certain amount per month. I don't think that's a Pro feature though. That's like an everybody feature to just do that switcheroo. The Pro feature just gives you better images, but even all of the images are not free. Oh, and I want to show you something else. Okay, so this one, I've got the background. Let's see if I wanted this background to be fainter. Check out this little transparency button. So that's how I can make this background fade away. Oh, how fun is that? Oh, and your text. Okay, so I could decide that I want this text to be really far apart or really close. Like I can make it go right on top of each other if I want, or just a little bit down. I can just do this. Wow. Right? Look how fun is that? I love it. It's so easy. Okay, so now let me show you that other animated one. I'm going to get this done tonight. I was just waiting for the last, whoopsie, go back to my home. I was just waiting for the last few, oh, you know what? I want to go back there and show you something. Hang on. Sorry. Okay. What I noticed is look how easy this was. I made one host postcard, right? I found a template and I thought, oh, that'll work. I'll figure out what to stuff in each spot. I made one and then I just hit duplicate. Okay, so all I did was copy this, and then I changed the background photo, changed the color of a couple of words, and I've got a whole different image to use with the same sort of information. Now this one shouldn't say sweet success because it's not sweet dips, right? So it's just gonna be a success for you. And I'm gonna see how that's really not as big as it could be. I'm just gonna stretch that out. So I'm using up my space, and these words are sort of stacked on top of each other, these letters. So I'm gonna stretch them out a little bit so I get more space and it fills the block better. There. Now, Heather, can you see yourself being able to do this? I mean, it takes a little while. My first few images were not very good, but then after that, I really was like, oh, you know what? I can just pick stuff. Like this yard sale, I'm not going to switch to it, but you see it on the side? That was the template for our team meetings. So all I did was like, oh, maybe I could use this yard sale, and the boxes and stuff were already there, and all I did was change it to say team meetings. So you don't really have to understand design. Their basic trainings will show you the key pieces that you need to make sure your design's not too busy or overwhelming, you know, and it talks to you about what different colors mean and how to do stuff. So where's the one for my, oh yeah, so there's the team hall training, right? So I took a different photo, threw it on the back, put different information. So it is like super duper easy. Now let me show you the recipes one that I'm starting. Okay, so I'm doing my mom's cheesecake that we made for Thanksgiving. I had a lot of people ask for this recipe. And so I sat here as I was eating cheesecake last night, and all I did was made one little image, and then all I did was add a photo and add words. Add a photo, add words. Right? Like really basic, like the same sort of photos like you might do on Facebook, right? People put a photo on Facebook and then you can tap on the photo and you can write text on the photo. I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm just doing it on my laptop because for me, I much prefer that over working on my phone. So then I'm just basically walking them through the steps of the cheesecake, and watch when I go to set publish. I'm gonna download, I don't want it, okay. I want to do, okay, so let's imagine we're gonna do, now it's a little bit slow in my opinion. It should be, and let me know your thoughts. I think it's a little bit slow. The timing should be about half the length. So I'm going to download it, and then I'm going to figure out in iTunes or somewhere to speed it up to 1.5 times. So let me know your thought as you're watching that, Heather. Should that be sped up? Because to me, I either need to put more information on each screen or speed up the video, because I'm not going to watch it that long. I'm already tuning out. So anyway, you know, people spend 3 to 4 seconds before they decide if they're going to stay. Yeah, more info on each slide so that it's less, you actually are engaged with the reading it the entire time. So I started a slide, take one for the team, that's where I'm eating it. And now my last slides are going to have one with caramel sauce, one with berry sauce, right? So that's how easy, that was basically a matter of, here, I'll show you how easy that is to do a page. Okay, so I'm going to copy my page. Backyard, so this one is going to be backyard berry sauce. I don't have my berry sauce photo uploaded yet, but let's imagine that this is a berry sauce photo. Okay, like this, we're going to imagine this is berry sauce. Okay, I've just dragged in my berry sauce. Okay, that was easy. And then I'm going to move my berry sauce position backward. And now my backyard berry sauce words, of course, are on top. I would make them lighter if I was going to use this image. And they will be basically white, probably like everybody. All the other images are. I would stretch the photo out to fill the space. Okay, right? That's all I did to make the photo fit the space. And you can see the photo doesn't go over the space. The photo just fits the space properly. I can, you know, move that around so it's centered on my beautiful bowl of not berry sauce, but really that's as easy as it is. Now, Canva is also in a mobile format. So what you can do is you can do it on mobile as well. You don't have, the features are a little bit different, so it'll depend on what your basic, how you like to work. So now, like this one I have coming up for a Facebook event, I've got to get approval because I'm using Epicure's image. I will be sending a photo of that image to home office, or a screenshot of that to home office saying, hey, can I get approval on if I can use this image for my business? So that's all you have to do. You get a reply back within a day or two, and then you're off to the races. So I'm basically getting all of my images ready over the next day or two, and then just sending them a big whack, and they can approve them all at once. So that's Canva. Heather, do you have any questions? Yeah, you know what? I haven't figured out how to do that. What it looks like when I'm doing Canva on mobile is that I haven't been able to figure out how to just upload, because I do that all the time with my website. I upload them on mobile and then I hop online. So I'm going to look into that. I think you have to like pretend you're adding them to an image and upload them all. If somebody else knows better than me how to do that, because that would be very helpful. In my case, I also want my photos into my Google Drive, like the ones that are my own personal photos. Oh, hold the phone now. I did not get these images in here by uploading them. I didn't download them and then upload them, okay? I went to, let me show you what I do. Okay. So let's say that I'm going to go to epicure.com if I'm, you know, doing something with an Epicure image. So of course I'm going to go to Epicure's website, and if I want to take a beautiful, you know, let's say I'm going to make a little image that talks about the multi-purpose steamer. Let's just like whatever piece of cookware I find. I'm going to make an image. Ooh, look, I love the citrus press, right? I'm going to open it just so I can get a better quality image, because if you're opening it from the thumbnail, it's not the best quality image. So I'm going to right click, copy image. I'm going to pop over to Canva. I'm going to decide that I need some citrus right here in my berry, and I'm going to hit paste. Now it's going to tell me this, right? It tells me this every time because I am a right click paster. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hit Control V. Boom. Okay, of course, send that backwards if I want to have it in the back of my photo. Now that's how easy it is. And it added itself to my image uploads. So when you're taking images from online, please don't save image as and then upload it, just copy, paste, boom. Do you have to have that approved? Any image that I'm using of Epicure's, I need to have approval. Yes, that's what I was talking about. So all of these photos of the catalog. Now, if I take a photo of the jar, it doesn't need approval. But if I take their specific images that they have photographed, or like this, you know, copy of the catalog, or this image from the catalog, if it is not one that they have approved for sharing, you know, without it being manipulated, which I am manipulating, right? I'm not using the entire image. Then I have to send it to them for approval. So I'm making images for my classes, and then like my my host and things like my 1052 envelopes or 1052 things. I'm only one of them. Only one uses an Epicure image. So the other two I won't be sending to them because they don't get to approve those or not, because it's not their images. It's pre-approved images from Canva that I have authorization to use. Now, this is why I like Canva over PowerPoint or anything like that, because when you're making designs in PowerPoint, where are you getting the images from, right? Canva allows you access to images and you have the copyright to use them. If you're just going to Google and typing mountain scene, right click mountain scene, posting it into something that you're making on PowerPoint or anything, you were in actually copyright violation. And I didn't fully understand this. And as soon as I understood this, with the amount of images I make online, I was like, okay, I'm paying for Canva. And of course, it saved me so much time because it's so much less work because everything is just sort of right there. So that's it for Canva. Hopefully that helps you have some fun. Now, if there's any images that I make that you would like to have something, a similar variation of that you've seen me share, the beautiful thing about Canva is I can actually share an image. So I can go into my homepage and I can share images to it like a joint Canva account, and then you could have a starter of that image and tweak it for yourself. So I'm happy to do that for my generic images that aren't, logoed with my danakayal.com. Yeah, so yell out. And of course, like these host postcards, they're for anybody to use once I get them approved, stuff like that. I will be posting all the images once they are approved so that you can enjoy them too. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me live, Heather.